What if we pretend that it's the Ryan show?
Again?
Can we just like record a little bit?
Record what?
Be like, welcome, welcome, welcome.
I don't think that's the way the show works.
Let's just do paper, rock, scissors for it and see if we can do it. 1, 2, 3, shoot. I am the host now. I host this show. It's called Meet Ryan, and I am Ryan.
Hey everybody, welcome to Meet Firebase, the show where you get to meet the Googlers that make Firebase happen. My name is Doug Stevenson, and on the show with me today is Ryan Vernon. Ryan, thanks for joining me on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. So you've watched the show before?
Oh yeah, every night.
Oh, okay, every night. Well, we don't have that many. You must be watching a lot of reruns. Well, welcome to the Fire Basement. You are the second guest we've had down here. What do you think of the new set? Do you like it?
The Fire Basement?
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's pretty hot. It's happening down here. What is your involvement with Firebase?
I am a UX designer on the Performance Monitoring product.
Okay, and that had a recent announcement at I/O, right?
Yeah, we really optimized a lot of what you saw last year. We've added a new issues feed, so you don't have to do all the analysis yourself. We tell you what you should look at. It makes it easy for you. It's got a lot more charts that help you out. It's
okay.
Pretty cool.
And what was your what did you do with that? Like, what was your day-to-day work that we can see in the console?
So as far as UX goes, it's my job to make sure that it's like intuitive and it's desirable. It looks good. I worked a lot on the data visualizations and alternate flows, getting from A to B as a scenic route or maybe a shortcut. Yeah, so it was quite a lot.
Yeah, that's one of the things that performance monitoring does, is it tells you how your app is performing on users' actual devices. And there's a lot of information there, like a ton to digest, right?
Yeah.
And so what you're doing is sort of like helping consolidate all that information into one place that's sort of easier to read and easier to understand, so you don't have to do all that yourself.
Yeah, one of the big things that we're adding this year is screen traces. So if a certain screen in your app is slowing up, you might be notified of that in the Android Play Vitals report. And now you can go to Firebase to inspect that further out in the wild. So it's really nice for things like jank and...
What's jank?
Jank?
Yeah, for people out there who don't know what that is, that's kind of a specific term, right?
Jank is like my biggest pet peeve. It's whenever you do something, you interact with a screen and it skips a frame. So instead of something moving, scrolling smoothly, it'll be like...
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like, so when you're scrolling something, instead of having 60 frames per second, it's dropping frames, and then you have like just say a less than optimal experience.
Yeah, you've done your homework.
Yeah, well, it turns out I was at the startup that became Firebase Performance Monitoring, so I know a little bit about that.
And
but
now, a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. So one of your old colleagues was on the show before, Allie Berlin-Johnson.
Yes.
She did UX, and one thing that we talked about, she did a lot of drawing when she was growing up, and we played a little game that involved drawing. So do you have a background in that as well?
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of drawing. I did a lot of drawing when I was a kid, and recently I've been trying to like pick up drawing on an iPad. My background is actually mechanical engineering.
Oh, really?
Okay. Which is also a lot of drawing. Like you have to, but it's just drawing things more in 3 dimensions.
Right. So you have like schematics and diagrams and things like that.
Yeah, my dad actually taught drafting.
Oh, okay.
So here's a plug for Dad.
Thanks, Dad. So where are you originally from?
I'm from State College, Pennsylvania. I know it's a stupid name for a town, but it's where Penn State is. So it's really that's all there is. So that's why it's called State College. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Today you work with computers and software, but that's not what you studied in school, right?
I studied mechanical engineering in school with a focus on industrial design. So that was making physical things, designing physical things, and so there's a lot of overlap between that and UX.
Yeah. So how does that translate to what you do today?
The process of making something is it's always a group of people that get together. We've got a schedule. You got so much money and resources, and You have an idea or problems to solve, and you've got you make prototypes and you test them and you iterate them, and yeah. So it's very similar when it comes to the design process. It's just the tools are very different that you're using, and some of the strategy of what is acceptable to push out to the world is different, a little quicker. And when we launch and iterate with digital things, we don't have to worry about a product recall or anything like that.
Okay. So well, yeah, I guess if we push a bad piece of software, especially if it's online, you can just fix it, right?
Yeah.
But you're saying in mechanical engineering, once you've shipped a product, like it's a disaster if you make a mistake.
It's really bad. Yeah, so it's bad PR. So I have had to adjust my pace a lot. But yeah, I mean, making stuff that is desirable that people want, happens in both physical, digital things. Making it intuitive, it's very similar.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll continue this interview tomorrow. So be sure to join us right here on the Firebase channel on YouTube to catch that. And I'll see you here next time. I'm kind of curious. This set is new. What do you think could be improved in terms of design?
Where do I start? I mean, why don't you get someone to water your freaking plants?